Well, I want to welcome Warrior Nation. We are live at the Annapolis Christian Academy gym. It's Christmas break, and we've given everyone a special treat. A little early Christmas present of Warrior basketball. We have the Annapolis Christian Academy Lady Warriors meeting the Founders Classical Academy, two classical schools. It's the Eagles, as we are in progress in the first quarter. Annapolis starting out pretty strong. They're up 7-1. Annapolis in the white, their home uniforms. Founders, the Eagles, in their navy. Long three-pointer, misses everything. Kinsey's going to try to grab it. Ended up dribbling it on the end line. Eagles, good steal, as Emily Marsh got a piece of it. Good block by Jasenia. Or sorry, that's Genesis Lopez. And then Kinsey dribbling off out of bounds, back to the Eagles. Shalvera up top, defending in a 1-2-2 zone. Two, finds five, a little bit shy with some good pressure. Over to Genesis. Elbow jumper, it misses everything. Emily on the backside. And a little too long for 41. Emily Marsh with the ball. Cross court to Kenzie, drew a crowd, and it's going to be a jump ball as Kenzie got wrapped up down low. Things got a little physical down there as two girls are wrestling for the ball. And Kenzie got called for the technical for kind of being a little too aggressive, a little too rough. First free throw is good. That will be second free throw, and the Founders will also get the ball as well. So Founders ball after the technical and the free throws. Annapolis stays in that 1-2-2 zone. They're extending out, and that's going to be out of bounds. A good pressure with Yesenia, freshman, putting some pressure and causing a turnover, and now Founders on the full court, and the ball gets kind of thrown away. Just Genesis wasn't ready for that. Cross court pass to two. TJ Mooten in now. Genesis with the ball, or with defending the ball. Emily with good pressure. Back to two. She's going to try to get through there, and lots of hands, knocks it away. Genesis with the ball. Pressure with her. She's got a double team, and that ball gets stolen. TJ tries to steal it back and gets called for the foul. Founders has a lot of pressure on the backcourt, not really letting Annapolis get anything going. Girls all vacated, and Genesis was left all alone. Yesenia with the steal. The save two, bounced around, shy trying to wrestle it. Finally ends up in number 5. She's going to take a jumper, decides otherwise. Genesis is there to ready to swat that. And then 23 gets called for the foul. It's a turnover. And here comes that full court pressure from Founders, giving Annapolis whole sorts of trouble. Over to Genesis. Genesis looking for some help. And 2 is waiting for that pass. Ball gets kicked around. 2's going to wrangle it. She's going to try to get in there and flip it up. Kind of a wild pass. Emily with the steal, and now Shy trying to settle things down. The junior trying to settle things down with a little bit better ball handling. And Yesenia over to Genesis, freshman to freshman. Wild cross-court pass. That's over everybody's head and out of bounds. Lady Warriors have a pretty tough non-conference and had some bumps and bruises along the way. They were able to get a win last night against Refugio's JV team in a close game. And now as they open up in conference play against their first TCAL opponent with Founders, moving up to 2A. Good steal by Yesenia. Needs some help, finds Genesis. Genesis double team, good crossover. Has a little bit of space now. Over to Shy. Shy's got a little space. She's going to take that little baseline jumper and good. That looked real nice. Genesis was able to break the pressure, found a little space for Shy, and she was able to bury that baseline. Now tons of pressure too. Good ball handler. She's going to flip the 10. It's a long 2-pointer. Her foot was on the line, but the ref wasn't quite in position, gave her the 3. And now here comes that pressure. Wild pass, and Genesis able to corral it. Finds Emily down low, but she's not able to get it. And good job, Yesenia with the hustle play. Over to Shy. Shy is going to dribble, kind of reset the offense. And a tough screen. They're going to call TJ with a little bit of a hip check. Coach Gray felt like that was just a good, hard screen. The referee disagreed. .23 seconds left in this first quarter as Annapolis had control. Now the Founders starting to make a little bit of a run. 2, flips it over to 23. Long, that's going to miss everything. Emily's there, but misses the rebound. 2 seems to be their point guard and kind of floor general, and there's going to be a foul. And I think it's going to be on the Founders as TJ had position and she got pushed, and it is. So ball goes to Annapolis. Annapolis needing to break this pressure. That's been what has been the start of the Founders offense. Over to Emily, back to Shy. Shy get that double team, long pass, and the ball gets tipped out of bounds. And that'll be the way the first quarter ends. Welcome to Annapolis Christian Academy's gym. Like I said, we're on break. We get a chance to send you a special treat of our opening of our conference schedule. The varsity girls playing right now, and the varsity boys playing after this. Since it's break, we also decided to give you some free content, so we're pushing it through all of our social media channels. If you are interested in following the teams, all of the live streams are streamed on our Huddle, H-U-D-L. You can Google that and then look for Annapolis Christian Academy. That's where all of our content is. Most of the regular season is pay-per-view. Helps offset the cost of all the software. But today, special treat. So enjoy as we open up our conference play. Girls playing right now, and then the boys following right after us. It's been a little bit of up and down start for Annapolis. Good start, getting up by 7-1, but now Founders starting to get some rhythm and coming back. Shy over to Yesenia. Yesenia's going to draw a crowd. Genesis now with the ball. She's going to kind of offset things. Over to Shy. Lots of pressure as their Founders definitely looking to try to get some easy points off the steal. Genesis relieving over to TJ. TJ drew a big crowd, 3-4. Ball gets bounced around and then finally stolen. Thrown out of there. Kenzie with the steal, and she's going to get double teamed and runs into someone, and they're going to call a foul on Founders. Kenzie was full steam ahead. She was fortunate not to get called for a charge on that. They said that the foul's going to be on Founders instead. Annapolis ball, Shy with the ball. Over to Genesis. Genesis finds TJ down low. She's got position. She's going to kick it out to Genesis. One dribble over to the corner. Shy's going to take that long three. Back iron. And Yesenia was over the back. Gets called for the foul. Nice looking shot by Shy. Now, senior Griselda Morales coming in. taking the place of her freshman sister. And now Coach Gray is going to realign and send his senior up top for the initial ball pressure on that 1-2-2 zone. 23 gets around. Nice rebound by Genesis. Lots of contact. I call it a jump ball. Lots of reaching in, but said that she had possession of the ball. Stays here with Founders. And 23 sneaks through wide open, easy layup as the defense chased people instead of staying in that zone and gave up that easy basket. Back to Shy, over to Genesis. Here comes the double team. Finds Shy again. A little bit better breaking that pressure. Long pass to Griselda. She's going to drive, get through, and nice drive as 41 stuck out her arm, drew contact, almost got the and one, but she'll be shooting free throws. I have to say it was before the shot. I'm surprised. Looked like it was on the way up, but they're going to say on the floor. And here comes a sub for Founders. Just the ball, finds Kenzie open. TJ's there, gets blocked. Had both players open, and 5 was stepped out of bounds. It'll stay here with the Lady Warriors. Coach Gray yelling, and there's Kenzie. She's open, and player fell down. TJ with a nice rebound. She's going to kick it out. Griselda thought about the shot instead, and then Shy's going to take that 3. It's short. Bounced around, but nice job, Genesis. The left-hand layup and in. Nice job. Rebound by Founder. She didn't see Genesis, who just came up and took that ball away, and easy layup pushes the Annapolis lead out to 4 now. 32 is going to step into a three-pointer way long. TJ's there, but misses the rebound. Back over to 5. Cross court. Genesis with good pressure. 2's their floor general. She looks like she's kind of all everything, and she definitely took some extra steps, and that's going to be a turnover to Annapolis. Good job closing down that lane. She's pretty quick with the ball, but Annapolis closed down that driving lane. And then kind of a lazy pass by Kenzie. Almost gets stolen. Genesis able to corral it. Over to Kenzie. She goes down the line. Good crossover. She's going to go all the way to the basket. A little bit hard. TJ, nice rebound. Over to Griselda. That's a little bit long. Rebound by Kenzie. Another rebound. And that one's going to roll around and drop. Good job with the Lady Warriors battling for those offensive rebounds. Taking good shots, just missing. And now the zone's going to extend. I think Coach Gray wants more pressure. And here comes that. That should have been kind of a player control foul on that 5. Came up hard. And TJ with a good steal. Looking for some help. Good bounce pass. And now Annapolis does have numbers if they want to go. And Kenzie does. They're going to say she traveled as 2 was in her way and took an extra step to try to get around her. TJ with a nice steal. And we had a good fast break opportunity, but just couldn't quite get the execution. And now it's going to be a timeout. Coach Gray wanting a little bit time to talk. Well, Annapolis has done a pretty good job so far with their opening quarter. Founders definitely is going to look at trying to get the pressure and get some easy baskets that way. We are, like I mentioned, the team we're playing is Founders Classical. I believe it's Louisville, Texas. I'm not super familiar with all the geography in Texas. It's another classical school, and that's neat to see. I'll get a chance to play another classical school. We are we'll be going to them in January. We have a home and away. This is the first time we played them, I think, for a little while. And here comes that 1-2-2 zone as Griselda extending out. Double team by Genesis. 3-pointer. And the ball bounces around and batted around. And I think Sela was the last one to touch it. Another senior, 13, Sela Garcia in. Founders ball. 2, looking to drive baseline, pull-up jumper. A little bit long, Kenzie with the ball, and she's going to turn and run. And she's going to draw a whole host of crowd. Drives through there, layup a little bit hard. Good rebound by Griselda. It gets blocked. Shy's going to pull it out and reset. Over to Griselda. A little bit extra, little happy feet there, and gets called for the travel. Nice forced fast break by Kenzie. Couldn't quite get it to fall. But good possession for Annapolis, and now they're back in that 1-2-2 zone. Here comes 10. She's going to drive in there and way long. Good rebound by Kenzie. Finds Genesis. Genesis is going to draw that double team. Looking for some help, and instead it gets stolen. 2, going to pull up jumper. Rebound by Genesis. She's going to get a triple team. She needs some help. Good job reversing her dribble. She needs some help. Finds Shy. Shy a little bit trouble with her dribble. Back to Genesis, and that's going to be, takes 10-second violation. Genesis did a good job reversing the dribble. Shy kind of took her time and had a hard time growling the ball, and seconds were ticking off and gets called for the backcourt violation. 4:05 left. Annapolis up by 6. Annapolis staying in that 1-2-2 zone. Over to 5. 5's going to drop to 12. She's going to step in for that three-pointer. That's short. It's going to be out of bounds. Annapolis trying to break that pressure. Over to Kenzie. Kenzie's going to turn and run. She's got space and dangerous pass. Able to crowd by Griselda. She's going to come up for the layup. Just misses. Shy with it with a little elbow jumper. That's going to be too short, and that's going to go out of bounds. That's another good look at the basket. Couldn't quite get that roll to drop. As Annapolis has had its chance on those fast breaks, as once they beat the initial pressure from Founders, lots of space. Founders 12, she's going to step in for that three-pointer. She's going to get really long offensive rebound. 2 Founders. Ball bounced around. Sela's going to try to grab it. Finally does. 2 hands. Over to Kenzie. She's going to turn. They've got numbers. 3-on-2. Genesis crossed the nice pass and good finish. So really nice fast break. Good execution there. That extra pass by Genesis, and that's going to be a timeout for the Eagles. Annapolis loving that. So finally able to get that fast break and get some points off of it, as Annapolis had several chances the last few possessions, but that looked really nice. Like I mentioned, Annapolis on break, and we wanted to share the free content. If you do want to follow all of the home games, that includes Grammar, Junior High, JV, Varsity, will all be on our Huddle app or the Huddle website. You can go there, HUDL, sign up for it, and you can find all the content there. We will be, from time to time, and sending out the free content, particularly postseason. Annapolis, 3 minutes left in the second quarter in that 1-2-2. 2 threw that ball right at Genesis' feet. Now they got numbers again. The ball gets kicked around to Shy. Shy pulls out. His numbers were not in her favor. Now Shy's going to drive. Kick to Griselda. Step in for a long baseline shot. Good straight by Shy. Goes up. Lots of contact, and it's going to stay here. Good rebound by Shy, as Annapolis is doing a really good job on the boards. Genesis with the ball, looking for Shy. 2 with good hands. Now she get double team. Does squeeze that ball out. 32 with the ball. Comes barreling in there. Griselda with the nice steal. The ball gets tipped away, and it's going to go back to Founders. Nice job by Griselda stopping the dribbler. The dribbler had the ball in front, and she just took it, but ended up turning the ball back over to the Eagles. 2 trying to find some room in there, and that set gets tipped and stolen by Kenzie. Long outlet pass to Griselda. She's able to run it down. Here comes a double team over to Genesis. She was able to find Kenzie. A little elbow jumper, a little bit long. Ball bounced around Shy with a good rebound. Nice drive, and gets fouled on the shot. Shy did a good job getting around that initial pressure and then got fouled on that shot, and she'll be shooting 2. I don't have the stats in front of me, but Annapolis definitely winning the rebound battle, especially offensively. They've been in good position and been able to track down some of those loose balls and get these second and third chance opportunities. First free throw is good for Shy. Junior, she's been on the team and probably one of the most experienced players on the team, as they lost several seniors last year. And they've got some new faces this year with freshmen or people that just haven't played basketball. Ava O'Rourke in for the first time. Now just over 2 minutes left. Shad sinks that second free throw at Annapolis in that 1-2-2, and now sending freshman Yesenia up top. Got a freshman line, almost an entire freshman lineup, as the Founders able to find the basket. So very inexperienced team right now. Lots of freshmen out there. Yesenia with the ball, good spin move, a little crossover, baseline. Finds Genesis, over to Shy. Shy's got some space. She's going to drive, lots of contact, and just misses. Nice drive, though, and here comes 23. And Genesis is going to shut her down. She's going to drive right through Genesis and score. Good job using that body to create some space. Genesis had good position, but just couldn't quite that height. And long pass to TJ. TJ's going to drive. Good bounce pass to Ava O'Rourke. A little bit long. TJ with the offensive rebound. Ball gets tipped, and 2 battles with Genesis, and TJ's going to try to scoop it up. Instead goes out of bounds, baseline. You have a junior out there, and then the rest of them are freshmen. A very young lineup for the Warriors. Over to 5. And 5 just throwing the ball kind of wildly. I think she was looking for 2 on the cut, but 2 disappeared on her, and the ball ended up getting knocked out of bounds. 5 with the baseline jumper, a little bit long. And they're going to say got fouled, and the make. The basket's good. They're going to call Ava O'Rourke, I think, with the foul. As Founders starting to creep closer and closer and cutting into that Annapolis lead. Long. Ball gets rebound. Good job by Shy. Shy's got 3 people watching her. Over to Yesenia. They have numbers if they can get across. Genesis, good bounce pass by Genesis. Ava thought about it. Kick out to Yesenia. Over to Genesis. Genesis picked up a dribble now. She got the ball stolen. A little bit inexperienced there as a freshman. Shy cutting off an air ball. And we got TJ trying to save the ball. And instead got a 360 through it into the stands. Like I mentioned, lots of inexperience here. This is good playing time for them. Now Kenzie comes in. Oh, Genesis Lopez just sent that SWAT City there. Genesis had a great volleyball season and used some of those skills. And another SWAT is Kenzie, another volleyball player, sending that ball to the stands. Founders having a hard time getting the ball in. Finally does. There's another block. And Genesis trying to corral it. And instead it gets knocked over 2. And number 2 took an extra step on her start. 13 seconds left. Shy with the ball. Over to Genesis. Genesis got some room. Over to Shy. 6 seconds. 5. Kenzie's got a nice drive. Wide open. Path to land. Just misses it. Tries to get her own rebound and instead throws it out of bounds. Man. Another good opportunity. Good drive by Kenzie. Just couldn't quite finish. Less than half a second left, and that will be halftime. So Annapolis did a good job with the starting off up by 4 at halftime, as they are meeting their first conference opponent in Founders Classical. We'll be back in a few minutes. Thanks for joining us, as this is the opening of conference game for the Warrior basketball team. The boys basketball will be followed following this game. And we'll be back after a few minutes to join the second half of the game.
To our family, Annapolis means a safe place to learn and grow.
And it means that we have parents that come alongside us and teachers that have the same vision and goal for our family.
My child's learning at Annapolis has impacted our family just in the way of seeing the picture between second grade and senior year, which I have two children in school. I've been able to see the different stages of growth and development, and to be able to recognize those throughout the time invested here is so priceless.
Annapolis supports our Christian worldview in raising our children by teaching biblical worldview classes.
And last year, Ms. Carter sent us an email with recommended books. And we actually led a Bible study in our church called Mama Bear Apologetics, where we were able to impart that wisdom and teach other parents how to challenge other worldviews as opposed to a Christian worldview.
Their heart is our children, and I would say my heart is my child. So they are a blessing and a gift and a heritage for our future, and Annapolis at their core, that is their mission. It is to prepare a place where your children can be planted just like a little seed and grow, thrive to have a better tomorrow.
We are back after that halftime. Coach Gray spent some extra time in there, and he, I'm guessing, wanted to kind of work on a few things, as they've had a little bit of trouble with the pressure. Annapolis with the ball. Shai Olvera, little high screen. Finds Genesis. Finds Kenzie. Nice pass. Kenzie with the drive and finish. Good. Nice little play there. Got the defense to create a lane for Kenzie, and she was able to finish on that one. And now, two having a hard time getting across is Griselda there. 23 with the shot. Battle for the ball, and Genesis gets tied up on the rebound, and it stays here with the Eagles. Ball gets partially blocked. And now Shai with the ball. She's got lots of pressure there. As 10's giving her a lot of pressure. Finds Griselda, and Griselda trying to get going a little bit too fast and didn't really get her dribble going, and then ended up calling for the foul, or for the travel. Good defense there. Trying to squeeze into 23. She takes that baseline jumper and scores. And trying to find Sela. Finally gets corralled by Griselda. Kicks out for Shai. Over to Genesis. Genesis is going to find Kenzie, and Kenzie's going to drive through all three people. Ball gets kicked around. Sela finally able to corral it. Over to Shai. Back to Genesis. Annapolis showing a little bit more patience. That's been good. Trying to find a little bit of space. Here comes the pressure by the Founders. Kenzie's going to turn a little bit short. Misses everything, and that's going to go out of bounds. Two showing a little moves with there, but ends up just turning the ball over. Good job by the Annapolis just to stay for home. And here comes Kenzie. Had a little bit of trouble, and they're going to call player control on Kenzie. Two's going to kick it out, and 41's taking lots of extra steps. Should have been called for a travel, but instead gets the basket. Annapolis with the ball. Shai's going to draw that double team. Finds Griselda with the baseline. Nice little floater. Now Coach Gray needing them to start defending. And here comes two as she's going to dribble around, trying a little fancy, and she moved her feet, and that's going to be so good defense. Able to break the pressure. Griselda a little bit of trouble. Now two trying to get on it. Genesis to get a job getting her feet established. Here comes Shai. They've got numbers. Shai's going to drive through, pull up. Nice drive and finish. Letting them kind of bump each other. She had to kind of pull that through contact, and tough finish. And now Annapolis up by 6. That's a pass. Kenzie's all over it, looking for some help, and they're going to say she traveled. Both teams battling pretty hard, letting them kind of bump each other a little bit, and both teams going to have a few floor burns after this game. Two looking for some help with the high screen. Two's going to dribble to the corner. Gets picked up as a double team. Step across and finds Genesis instead. Genesis trying to find Griselda in the pass a little bit too long. 41 with the ball. And Genesis, or Griselda almost with the steal. Here comes 2. Gonna pull up jumper. That's gonna miss. Ball's gonna roll around, end up in Founder's hand. Kenzie's gonna tie her up, and that's gonna be a jump ball, and it's gonna stay or go to the Warriors. Senia replacing her sister, Morales for Morales, freshman for senior. And Genesis Lopez now gonna take the ball out. Emily Marsh coming in as well. Annapolis having 4 across, trying to break this pressure. Already back, and that's going to be a turnover as Genesis had a little bit of trouble with that. A wide open pass and finish. That's one thing Annapolis cannot afford to do, is just turn that ball over. That's really the way that Founders can get some offense. There's a wild pass as Yesenia had a hard time corralling the ball, then found Emily Marsh. She was open for a moment, but ball gets fired over everybody's head and turned back over to Founders. A little give and go, but the person who was going didn't know they were getting the ball, and ball got turned over to Annapolis, who promptly turned the ball back over to Founders. So 2 with the ball. She's their floor general, does all the ball handling for them. Finds 10. It's a nice pass on the baseline, good drive, short, gets her own rebound. 41 trying to battle it, kicks it out to 2. 2's gonna go baseline, go under the basket and sneak through there, and good job Genesis. And here comes lots of pressure from 10. Now double team. And over to Shy. They've got numbers, and they do. They finally have numbers. Senia's going to ball fake, pull it out. Shy open with 3. That's going to be short. And now turned over to Genesis. Genesis is going to try to drive, pull up jumper, and good. Nice job, Genesis, to get to that lane, find a good spot, and bury that 2-pointer. Apple's now starting to extend that lead out. Over to 23-10. Elbow jumper. Emily's there. Ball gets tipped around. I think it's going to go. Yep, it's going to go to Annapolis. TJ coming in for Emily. Again, that really young lineup. All freshmen and Shy. As Yesenia did the Houdini act on Shy, she thought she was just going to step out and disappeared on her and ends up throwing the ball away. Founders ball, 2 up top. Annapolis in that 2-3, a long pass. Kenzie on her. 2 good handles, but has a hard time finishing. A little bit, and good defense, and the ball under the basket. Kenzie, no problem tying her up. It'll be a jump ball, and Coach Gray's going to call a timeout. Doing a good job getting some scoring opportunities, able to take advantage of it. That's been nice to see. This quarter's been a little bit back and forth as Founders starting to find their groove too, mostly off of Annapolis turnovers. Really, if Annapolis can keep the ball in possession, Founders really hasn't had a lot of opportunities offensively, as Annapolis defense has really been pretty good and rebounding's been pretty strong. It will be Founders ball under the basket. Annapolis staying in that really young lineup. 2's going to have an open baseline, a little bit long, Shy with the rebound. And there's opening, long pass, gets to Kenzie. Kenzie's going to try to get across to Yesenia. Yesenia kind of stepped around, kind of a wild shot and battle, and that's going to be a foul, and it's going to be on Kenzie. I think she's going to have to be careful as she's starting to rack up fouls. Here comes Founders. They're going to try to squeeze through there, and good tip by Yesenia, and that's the turnover. Genesis now with the ball with no pressure. Go over to Shy. Shy's going to go baseline. She loves that baseline drive, and tough finish. Once again, having to rise up through some contact and finishing. Nice job by Shy. Over to 10. She can take that three-pointer. Good rebound by Kenzie. Good position. Over to Shy. Shy wants to run. She's going to slow things down as the numbers weren't there. A little stop and go. Over to Yesenia. Yesenia having a hard time with the ball. Does finally corral it. Over to Shy. Ball gets tipped around, and Shy's going to let it roll. Finally call it out of bounds, and it's going to be a turnover. Coach Gray talking to the young freshman about just being calm, just catching the ball and not being so worried about what's going to happen next. Just one thing at a time. Over to 10. 10 likes that three-pointer. She's going to go bank on it. That brings them within 5. Over to Yesenia, and there's lots of contact. That's going to be a foul on number 2. Minute 8 left in the third quarter. Annapolis has been in the lead this entire game, although Founders has been close. The game hasn't really, Annapolis hasn't been able to really get this ball in hand. Genesis, a long three-pointer in the corner, bounced around. Finally ends up in Kenzie's hand. There's a block. Another battle for the ball. Lots of reaching, grabbing, and eventually Annapolis can get called for the foul. Yeah, it's going to be have to be pretty strong. And Coach Gray wanted to get that sub in. Couldn't quite get Emily in on time. So she have to wait for the next dead ball. TJ stays in. That super young lineup again has 4 freshmen and a junior. 2 with the ball. Over in the corner, three-pointer is off the mark. 2 chases it down. She's going to go baseline, and that's in. And now all of a sudden, Founders within 3. Over to Genesis, over to Shy. 5 on her. Over to Genesis. Genesis cross court to Yesenia, and Yesenia again having a hard time just catching the ball. The ball was a little bit high. And now Emily Marsh in. 17 seconds. 3-point game. Founders has a chance here to possibly tie or get within 1. Over to 10. 10 cross court. Ball gets tipped. 2 with the ball. She's take a 3. Blocked by Genesis. Tipped around right to 10. Ball bounces out. Lots of battling. And Kenzie took a hard fall. But in the end, we're able to hang on and just cling to that 3-point lead as they go into the fourth quarter. Well, hang on. This is going to be a tight game, I think, all the way through. It's going to be an exciting fourth quarter. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate our sponsors who will make this possible with the generosity. If you're wanting to be a part of a sponsorship program, you can reach out to the school through the website or D.D. Lamone. Without them and their generosity, we're not able to provide all the things that we can, all the little extra things. But the sponsorships also provide for theater, music, band, choir. We just had our concerts here, and their sponsorships help provide a beautiful night of music and art. We are 8 minutes away to the end of this game, and it's a 3-point game as Annapolis has had the lead the entire game, but Founders made a little bit of a run at the end of the quarter, and now is within striking distance. Annapolis ball. Genesis now starts with the ball over to Shy. 10 coming up, looking for lots of pressure. Tips the ball away. Shy looking for some help. Finds nice drive by Griselda, and I think 5 got called for a push. Nice drive by Griselda. She was able to get around 5. 5 tried to catch up to her by using her hands and gets called for the foul. Over to Shy. Ball gets stolen, a little bit slow on that pass. 23 now, coming full speed ahead. Griselda, nice job with the steal. Good stop, and then got the steal. Shy with the ball. She's going to slow things down wisely. Annapolis just needs to be just pretty calm. Over to Emily. Emily thought the ball was to someone else and misses everything. Lots of contact, and ball was getting batted around along the sideline, and then the battle for the ball, and Emily's going to get called for the foul. Over to 2. She's going to drive in the lane. Good defense. Good job, Genesis. Over to Kenzie. Kenzie's going to nice crossover move. There's lots of contact, no call. This 2 just kind of turned and threw her body into it, but I think Kenzie lost the ball, so they're going to let him play on. Nice drive down the baseline, and now it's a 1-point game. Once again, those turnovers are causing us the most problems, as they have also been the way that Founders have been able to get their offense. Genesis trying to pull through there, and I'm going to say turns the ball over. Now it's Founders' ball with a chance for a lead, and good block by Genesis, but it goes right to a Founders player. Now Founders with the first lead of the game. Shy over to Griselda. High looping pass to Kenzie. It's 2-on-2, and Kenzie throws it right to the defender. 23 on the fast break, and she got her feet going too fast and gets called for the travel. Annapolis needs to settle down and not turn that ball over, as Sela Garcia in. It'll be white ball now. Over to Genesis, finds Shy. Shy's been their most steady ball handler. Over and long, that's a dangerous pass. It does end up in Sela's hand, and she's going to take the shot, gets blocked, and then gets dribbled out of bounds. Dangerous pass, it just kind of fortunate, ended up in a Warrior hand and stays with the white. Annapolis over out to Shy. 10 giving lots of pressure up there. Over to Genesis. Genesis, nice baseline drive, and tries to get in there, and Sela with the rebound, but gets hacked on the shot, and she'll be shooting 2. With all these fouling, I'm guessing people are going to be on the line here. So free throws are going to be pretty critical, particularly on a low-scoring game. The first one's off. Sela has a chance here to tie this game on the second free throw. That one's going to be a little bit long too. Ball bounced around, rebound, offensive rebound by Griselda. Cross-court pass to Genesis. Genesis is going to reset everything. Over to Shy. Shy with good steady presence. 10 with that, but the does get deflected, and here comes 23. Shy in front of her. She's going to come barreling through. Shy with a big block. Nice job. Good defense by Shy. Able to keep her body in position and not foul and defend that. Over to 10. And backing up over to 5. And now 2's going to reset everything. Nice little rock step. There's lots of body contact. Ball bouncing around to 10. 5:40 left. Over to 10. She's going to drive in. Blocked by Sela. And lots of contact. Ball gets batted around. Ripped out by Griselda. It's 2-on-1. Griselda's going to take it. And wisely did a good job drawing that contact. They say it was on the floor. Ball just kind of got pinball around. Griselda just ended up just ripping the ball out, going on the fast break. She didn't have the numbers, but able to draw the contact and the foul. Over her head, she can get it. It's a dead ball. She thinks it's going to be over backcourt, but it was a dead ball. And now it's going to end up being a scoring opportunity for Founders. Is short. Fortunately, you can see some inexperience there. On a dead ball, doesn't matter if the ball gets thrown in the backcourt. And Griselda thought it was going to be a violation and didn't really go after it like she should have. And Warriors dodge a bullet there as there'll be a timeout. Following this game will be the boys varsity game. They're waiting their turn. As they are they had a big win last night against Mathis Pirates. So both teams won last night and hoping to start their conference play with big wins here as well. But first, this exciting game here as Annapolis trying to get that lead back that they had for most of the game, as Founders has been able to creep back in by just slowly getting those steals and layups, and made a big three-pointer, and now up by 1 with just over 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. They'll stay with the Founders ball, or with the Founders team. Crowd's starting to get into it as they feel this is kind of crunch time now. Shy with the defending that ball. Almost a steal, and Genesis ball gets battered. Genesis with the steal. I was going to say she rolled, and that's going to be a travel. But good defense by Annapolis, causing them a lot. Getting them a lot of trouble. So stays with Founders. 2 with the ball. She's been their main floor general. 10 with an open shot. A little bit long. Sela can't quite get it. And then 40 waited too long, and Genesis was able to grab that ball, tie it up, and it'll go back. It'll go to the Warriors. Annapolis dodging several bullets in that possession. Able to, dangerous pass. 10's going to steal with an easy layup. That's just, unfortunately, a really inexperienced there as a freshman. Back to Genesis. Genesis needs to get some help. Here comes a double team. Shy's there, finally finds her. They need to get up the court. Ball gets deflected, another steal, and ball bounded around back to Genesis. And now 23. And the layup's a little bit long. Kenzie's there. Ball gets saved, and Shy had the ball, and if you hang on to that ball into the basket for any period of time, someone's going to come and tie you up. Once Annapolis secures that ball, they've got to get that ball out. Baseline jumper for 2, it's long. 23 at the rebound. Kenzie rips that out, needs some help. And here comes Griselda, got a Wolf behind her. She's going to keep going, drive through, there's contact. Good job, Griselda. Coach Gray wanted her to go up on that layup. Either way, it's a foul. And that's going to be our first foul out, I'm guessing. And Founders is not very deep. They only have 3 people on the bench. And now we've got one of their starters who is going to be out but is going to be fouling out. So, as trying to confirm, just say it was 4. Got all cleared up. You got 4 team fouls, but 5 player fouls. And another error on the inbounding. It's a turnover. This team's battling hard, but you can see some of the inexperience. These are good moments for them to learn and get that experience. Just need to battle through some of these mistakes and keep playing hard. 5 shuffled her feet, and that's going to be a turnover. That's the nice thing about Founders. They're gifting the ball back to us just as quickly as we're turning it over. It's really going to come down to probably the team that can take care of the ball the most. Shy now inbounding the ball. Over to Griselda. Griselda looking, trying to keep her head up, and tries to find Shy, and Shy was just too close, and the 10 was just waiting for that. Again, just a little bit more inexperience. They just need to get some better spacing. Now Shy with the ball as she's going to try to settle things down. She's been the steadiest hand of them all. They're looking for a screen. Shy with the ball. Gets tripped, and that's going to be a foul. 10's been really aggressive. They let her kind of bump and bruise everybody, but they finally caught her on the foul on the trip, and now Shy will be shooting 2 as it's 5 team fouls. These will be big, as I'm guessing as Annapolis will be on the line now going forward every foul. And again, on a low-scoring game, getting chances for these is going to be really critical. And Shai's been a really good free throw shooter so far, so it's nice to see that first one go down. Second one is off the mark. Sela's there as she got just hammered. And now she'll be shooting 2. We're going to, be spending quite a bit of time on the free throw line going forward now. And we just really need to be getting these in and just off the mark. So second free throw. Try to make this a 1-point game. That one's off the mark too. Misses everything, and that's going to be Founders ball. Oh. Annapolis now needs a defensive stop. They've been able to get that, and that ball's deflected and can't quite corral it. 23 now with the ball. It just throws up a wild shot, hits the backboard, and ends up with Founder, and Genesis rips that out. Wisely reverses dribble. Needs a little bit of help as 10 has been pretty aggressive with her. Nice crossover. Finally over to Griselda. Nice drive by Kenzie. Just a little bit short. Gets her own rebound, throws it up, and gets fouled on her way up. I think she felt the contact and just wanted to get the ball up, and now she'll be shooting 2. Chance to tie here if we can just get these free throws to drop. Kenzie did a nice job. She drew a crowd and was able to just get around it, get to the rim. First one's in and out. Second one, that's going to be really long, and now 10 with the ball, and here comes Founders. They've got 32, and ran right into Kenzie. It was a brick wall, and that's just not going to work. Is good defense. Ball stays here on the jump ball. Stays with Founders. 2, good space line. That's a tough shot. It's going to miss everything. Now with numbers, Annapolis got a chance. Good crossover dribble by Kenzie. She's going to just go through there. Easy layup and got it. We have a tie game now. 2:47 left. Nice drive. Kenzie was able to slow him down enough at the rim to get that layup to drop. And now Shy away, coming way out. Ball gets deflected. Good defense by Genesis. So a tie game. 2:36 left. Annapolis had the lead most of the game. Founders took the lead, and now it's all square. With just 2. And that ball should have been over and back as she stepped back over the line. Good defense by Griselda. 23 in the corner. And they're going to say it's going to be a foul as Sela reached out her arms and drew contact. It's only the second team foul on Annapolis. Annapolis in the bonus. If they get fouled, they'll be shooting 2 from here on out. As Coach Gray wants to get a sub in. And TJ coming in. So the ball's tipped. Shy with a chance. She's got 2 Founders on her, and she a little bit of inexperience there. I think she felt the pressure, didn't know what to do, and instead shuffled her feet. A golden opportunity, a little that we had, but fortunately turned that ball back over. 2:18 left. All square, 30 each. Annapolis extending that zone out. Ball dangerous. TJ with the steal. Can she corral it? She does. She's going to pull up for the jumper at the free throw line, kick it out to Kenzie. She's got a little jumper, and that drops. So nice little jumper. TJ with the big steal. 2 now, trying to get around. Lots of contact. But another steal. Genesis out front. Ball gets kicked around, and we're going to say Kenzie was the one that kicked it. It's going to turn over Good defense by Annapolis. Almost got the steal, and there's going to be a timeout as coaches need to settle everything down. So Kenzie Stice coming in big. The last two scores. Coach Gray a little frustrated on some of the contact that's being allowed. They've called it pretty consistently. I would say they've let a lot go, but they've been consistent with it. Like I mentioned, both teams are going to have some floor burns and some bumps and bruises after this contest. But Annapolis showing a lot of heart here as they've been able to battle back after quite a bit. They had the lead, then gave up the lead, and then able to battle their way back. Minute 48 left. Founders with the ball. Annapolis, after Kenzie Stice's back-to-back baskets, with the lead now. 5 now with the ball. It's going to drive in there. Kick to 10. 10 thought about shooting. Pulls it up. TJ on her. TJ with the steal. Finds Shy. Shy's got a big crowd here. She's going to wisely pull out. And over to Griselda. Griselda's got a baseline drive. Gets under the basket. Flips it up and almost in. TJ battling for it. I think, yeah, good job with TJ. Freshman battling for the ball. And they're going to say it's white ball. Yeah. Stays here with Annapolis. Annapolis looking to get maybe a basket off this inbounds. Shy's open. She's going to take that baseline. And Kenzie there for the Shy was a little bit short. Kenzie, though, that's 3 in a row for Kenzie as she is taking the team on her shoulder. Double team, and it's a flipped out. 10 with the ball. Cross court to 32. 32 lost the ball. It's on the ground. Genesis is there. Another steal. Gets it out to Shy. And 2 did a good job because Griselda had a breakaway. After the jump ball, it's going to stay with Annapolis. Minute 5 left. Annapolis up 4. Kenzie Stice has been the offensive juggernaut for the Annapolis as they've scored 3 in a row. She scored 3 in a row for them. Now Shy. 10 with lots of pressure. Over to Griselda. Just needs to be patient. Run some clock, and they're getting it. Finds Kenzie. Kenzie's going to draw a crowd, I'm sure. Cross court to Shy. Going to drive in. Lots of contact. No call. TJ, big offensive rebound. Over to Shy again. Baseline jumper. It's going to bounce out. And then a call. But nice offensive possession. Ran some clock. Got 2 good looks at the basket. TJ with a big offensive rebound. And now 39 seconds. It's a 2 possessions game. Annapolis needing to just... And unfortunately, clock should have been running, and it's an exciting game. Everyone's into the game, including the clock operator. It's going to be 36 seconds left. Annapolis up 4. And now double team. She throws that pressure. It's going to be wild pass, and Kenzie with the steal over to Griselda. Griselda's going to take it. TJ's there, can't find her. She keeps the ball, and now Wisely's going to pull it out. She needs some help, and Coach Gray's going to bail her out with the timeout. Good timeout as Griselda was needing a lot of help. You could tell she was going to be throwing in to a lot of traffic. So I have to correct myself. Founders Classical is in Schertz, Texas. They are not the Eagles, but the Hoplite, which is kind of an ancient Trojan centurion mascot. It's a classical school, so you know they're going to go Greek. Either way, it's been a battle with them as Annapolis now with a 4-point lead. Founders will be with the ball. Coach Gray rallying his troops. Oh, sorry, it'll be Warrior ball after the Annapolis timeout. Basket here would be absolutely huge. Annapolis had some really good possessions, good looks at the basket. Just need another one to drop, and 23 just stepped right over the line. It's going to be a warning on her. As Shy's way back there. TJ's wide open on the basket. She gets a shot up. Yeah, can't quite get over the rim. It's a good look at the basket. That would have been huge. Coach Gray felt that one too. And now it's 16 seconds. And Annapolis needs a big stop here. Two with a wild pass. Kenzie just got to swat it out of bounds. There's that volleyball move again. Just a little bit over 11 seconds. Two with the ball. She's going to pull him for a three-pointer. Her foot's on the line. It's a little bit long. 10 with the rebound. That's short. 4 seconds left. 10 had a great chance at the offensive rebound. Put back, couldn't quite get it. Coach Gray just saying, no foul. Annapolis in their 2-3 zone, trying to guard that basket. Long pass to 2. 4 seconds. 3, 2, and that's going to be a long three-pointer. And Annapolis with a big victory. Had the lead, then had to come back from behind. And with that, comes up with a huge conference victory. So excellent work for the Lady Warriors. Well, congratulations to the Lady Warriors as they open up conference play with a big win over Founders Classical. Well, we are not done yet, as Annapolis boys varsity team will be playing the Founders boy varsity teams here just in a few minutes. So thanks for joining us for this special live stream, Annapolis Christian Academy basketball.